Hello and welcome to the third episode of CU Environmental Club TV. Breaking news today. This just in. Ocean acidification. Here to help us understand what this is all about is our undercover journalist. So Holly, what exactly is going on?
Anthony. Historically, there has been an equilibrium between the addition and removal of carbon from the ocean. But now, since there is so much carbon in the air, the ocean is absorbing carbon 100 times faster, and the ocean is already 34% more acidic. The amount of CO2 the
Well,
ocean absorbed is equal to every day if everyone on the earth got a bowling ball and threw it in the ocean. That would happen every day, and that's how much CO2 the ocean is absorbing. I've been working with my colleagues on the inside, and we think that this is a cause and effect of climate change.
very interesting. So, have you seen how this is affecting the ocean?
Yes, coral bleaching, the fish are losing their sense. I've seen them bump into the coral reefs, and the small algae and things, their shells are crumbling.
Wow, okay. So how can we help?
You can help by reducing your own carbon emissions by taking public transport, and you can make sure to get your seafood sustainably. And it's also important to protect the ocean because so many people live on islands and the coasts and they get their livelihoods from the ocean, not just from the tourism, but also from the food. And you better act soon because by 2100, the ocean will probably be 150% more acidic.
Wow, that's a very steep number. Are there any organizations that are helping?
Ocean organizations are helping, so get more involved with them, such as the Ocean Conservancy. But you also can do small things in your daily life to help.
Thank you, Holly, for that excellent reporting. So the Ocean Conservancy is an amazing group that is doing amazing work all around the world. One of these was their 2020 Ocean Cleanup Project. It is a yearly project and is in its 30th year now. You can join the movement yourself by downloading their app and starting your own cleanup in your area. You can also sign up for text alert messaging. You can get cool ocean alerts directly to your phone. We thought a simple illustration of what ocean acidification does, using two simple ingredients, eggshells and vinegar. The eggshells represent the coral. If you are curious about what coral is, be sure to check out our first video, all about coral. The vinegar represents the acidic ocean. So here we have our ingredients, the eggshells, the vinegar, and the container we're using to model the ocean. So we're pouring the vinegar into the container, symbolizing the acidity. The ocean, of course, is not as acidic as the vinegar is, though for the sake of this experiment, we want to find the most concentrated amount that we can. We're just going to drop the eggshells in and use about half of them in case I have to redo the experiment. And we'll see what happens. So you can see here after about half an hour, they haven't really changed all that much, right? The eggshells are still fairly intact. Um, the water is fairly undisturbed. There's no real chemical reactions taking place here. Let's see what happens next. All right, this is about an hour after the original. And you can see we're starting to get some chemical reactions here, fizzing around the edges. Let's see if this continues. All right, so this is about 4 hours since we originally dropped our coral into the ocean. And you can see the fizzing has definitely continued, so there's quite a chemical reaction taking place here. And you can even notice the one eggshell on the right seems to be starting to break up a little bit. You can see little bits of shell floating about. So here we are about 6 hours later. I'm just going to tap these with a knife. And wow, you can really see how they're crumpling. Like, look at that one. It's just falling apart. It's like almost like butter right now. Um, Usually this experiment would happen across like 24 hours, and we would be using a dye so you could see the change. But here you can definitely see, again, that fizzing, the chemical reaction of the acid attacking the calcium content in the shell. And it's just lost all shape of stability. That one there is sort of holding out a little bit, but the rest are just sort of crumpling apart. So this sort of demonstrates in the ocean what is happening is the acid is attacking the calcium in the coral, and over time, eventually the coral is just going to start detaching from each other. And this is especially becoming an issue because it's happening so rapidly. Before the ocean, as Holly was telling us, would be able to maintain equilibrium. You know, it could handle the acid, um, the overall acidity. But now this process has accelerated and the ocean is unable to cope with it. Today, we are not having a mini game. However, we wanted to highlight this cool project from Stanford University. It is a virtual reality game, and it allows you to model the worldwide effects of ocean acidification. If you have a VR headset, feel free to download the game for free from Steam or from your other game provider. If you do not have a VR headset, please check out the description below for a short, interactive, 360 degrees YouTube video. Finally, for today's news, our title headline. Over 7,000 firefighters are currently battling some of the worst wildfires in California and Oregon. This map shows just how many there are. As global warming continues, we can only expect these to get worse, at least until we reverse course. And sadly, just before going live, we heard that one firefighter has lost his life. Thank you for joining us for this episode of CU Environmental Club TV. Tune in next week to hear about illegal fishing. Next Monday, we will also be holding a virtual event on oceans, featuring Megan Cuddy of the Natural History Museum and the CEO of the Oceanic Society, Roderick Mast. So be sure to join us for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Anthony Apostolidis.